Good morning, guys. I am actually up headed to the shop once again. We are having a lazy Sunday morning meet and greet. It's about 10-ish right now in the morning. The meet starts at 10:30, so I'm heading up there, but I'm absolutely exhausted, so the first order of business is absolutely some caffeine. Alright, ladies and gents, we are back at the shop. I parked up the Miata right next to the Starlet. The Starlet is supposedly holding up. It's just fine. They're going to be cutting apart the entire front end and re-welding a bunch of things and reinforcing a bunch of things today. It's a few minutes from starting, so we're just expecting people to start rolling in soon. But I figured I'd show you guys what I bought. So, this was another one of those cars that I bought it the same day that I found out about it. And it's right here. It's a 1977 Porsche 924, and it's purple. It's very loud and kind of weird, but I like super weird cars, so I guess I'll just show you guys around this car. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I might part it out. I might actually build it. I might make it a daily. I don't know. It has no spark, so that's a fairly easy fix. It just hasn't been running a while. Supposedly around 4 months is the last time it ran. So that's nowhere near as long as the Saab, so it's not nearly as big of a problem. But yeah, the car is super cool. This was always one of those cars that I just had in the back of my mind that I might want to own someday, and I happened to pick one up. It was $350. I paid $100 to get it towed here, so $450, and I have a Porsche. And not only that, but it came with all of the documentation for everything that was ever bought for the car, every part, every shop that worked on it, and it came with a clean title. It came with the original owner's manual and dealership warranty and the original 1977 window sticker from Bellevue Porsche. So it has all of the original options listed and the prices for each of them. And underneath this purple paint is a very light metallic green. So I'm thinking about returning it to its stock color. The interior is completely original and is actually a kind of really cool interior. I'll show you guys in a sec. It's covered in a tarp right now because we can't get the driver's side window to roll up, and the sunroof leaks a little bit. Both fixable things. We just have to take the door panel off of the driver's side door and fix that. But I'll show you guys the interior because it's near perfect. It's near perfectly perfect. It's black leather. It has the sport seats and the black leather back seats and the sport steering wheel, which is super, super cool. I love the steering wheel in this car, and it's all original. So yeah, let me open up the car and I will show you guys around it. So we just have it bungeed on here. Throw this back for a second. We're not gonna do this for long because, like I said, the car is not sealed. But not only that, but there was a bunch of stuff just in the car all around back here that there were a bunch of new Porsche parts and a bunch of fluids and such that were brand new and unopened. So that's cool. But yeah, these seats are super mint. Even the back ones are really, really great condition. No fades or rips or tears or anything. This steering wheel is the coolest thing ever, especially for it being original. It's a 5-speed manual, which is super dope. All the carpeting isn't that bad. It could use a good shampooing, but it had brand new rotors in the back. It had brand new brake shoes for the drums in the back, and it had brand new ceramic brake pads, which is super dope. So yeah, the car is in fantastic condition inside. Outside could be better. There's a little bit of body work that needs to be done. Here, I'll close her back up here and get this back over it so that we don't leak too much water into it, because this is Northwest Washington and it is very rainy in what is now September. So It needs some body work done, obviously. It needs a little bit on the hood. There's a big dent here, but we could probably just pop that out if we took the fender off. There's one here, and there's a couple little tiny ones along this side, but the doors are very solid. The unibody's very solid. The whole rear end is very solid. The rear hatch has no cracks in it, which is really nice. It does pop open with the key. The key is actually with all the shop keys. They're moving the Starlet right now, and the truck, they're gonna start doing work on it. But yeah, the car is super cool. I found some plates that I could replace this with, because I don't like the wraparound taillight. I kind of want to put a plate where the centerpiece is so that I could mount a wing to it if I wanted to make it kind of a race car kind of thing. But yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you really want to see the progress of what happens to my 924, because this should be a very, very interesting thing, and I hope to do some things. If we do decide to build it, I hope to do some things that people haven't really done to these. That's always the goal with all of my cars, is to make something that nobody's made yet and that's super unique and that is mine. So yeah, I love this car. Of course, I love anything with pop-up headlights, but an old Porsche for $350, you can't really go wrong. All right, first to arrive. Sick. I'm keeping my car right here because it's very low. Actually, at the weekly meet last night, we discovered that even though Andrew slammed his Miata as much as he could, I'm still the lowest in town, and I'm very proud of that. I hope to even go lower someday and just stop driving the car, because I'm pretty sick of driving it. But that's what these other cars are for. So as soon as these cars are functional, and the Saab is functional, then this car will become very stancy and very show car-ish, because that's what I want for it. I want it to be a show car. I want it to be pretty for once. So yeah, hopefully the Porsche replaces it as the daily, and then the Saab becomes the weird-ass project car, and this becomes the show car that I can kind of take around all of the big shows that you guys can actually have a chance to see, that I'll be taking to meets and such, you know. But yeah, we're gonna, any cars that can fit in the grass or can make it in are gonna be parking in the grass. So of course the Subaru is the first one to end up over there. But yeah, shop's full of cars. My car's here, and we're just waiting on the rest of the people to show up. So you guys might notice that Pop-Up Gang is one car longer. There are 4 now. Kevin put his FC out here. This is the FC we're pretty much turning into kind of the drifty boy race car that anyone can kind of beat up and throw around. So there's an SC 400 in the shop right now that has a NA2J, and it's being stored there for a while. So as payment for it being stored there, Kevin is getting the 2J out of it, and we're gonna chuck it in this car just to, you know, have this car have an engine, because the 13B we pulled from it and sold. So yeah, this car is going to be the Dorifto boy, and if you guys want to follow that build, that will be happening over the next few months. So I'll be covering all of that as well. We'll be 2J swapping this car, so that's kind of cool. FC's out here now though. Of course, covered in a tarp, just like the 240 and just like my car. The Supra is the only one that's actually sealed, and I think Jarrett is trying to sell this. Even though it's so clean, it's so dope, and I love it. But it's okay. Pop-Up Gang, let's go. Update, I expected for the rain. It hasn't been raining nearly as much. We had slight drizzles here and there. But we had plenty of cars come in. It's been really cool to show kind of people the Porsche. And yeah, my car's just chilling here. This is the first car meet I've realized that all of my cars are at. So the Miata's here, the Porsche's there, and the Saab is in the shop. I'm not going to go in there because there's a bunch of copyrighted music going on. I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. So yeah, I mean, we've got plenty of cars here still, plenty of people just hanging out. It's been a great kind of lazy Sunday vibe to the meet. Sam actually came through with his Passat. So Passat's here. He got a banner for his Volvo. We should be doing more Volvo videos here soon, but Homeboy is here. But yeah, I've been talking to a lot of people, getting a lot of good sources for things to do with all of my cars. I met someone who does body work and is going to help me do body work on the Miata when I go to rewrap it, and body work on the Porsche when we go to repaint it. So yeah, that's really great. It's really great to come out to PCT and meet people like that, so that I have all of these sources for things that I really don't know a lot about. But yeah, all the cars are just hanging out. How do you think the meet's going, brother?
It's going better than I expected in the rain.
Right? That's what I said. But yeah, meet's fairly good. Just hanging out. Just another fun day at the shop. The Starlet's being worked on still. They're cutting things out and re-welding things, just trying to get it reinforced. I've been doing a bunch of photos that you can see on my Instagram. I'll put that down in the description. If you're not following me yet, you should be, because videos or photos go out way before videos do. So yeah, I'm just trying to pump out some content for you guys. Meet's great. I'll update you guys a little bit later in case anything else comes up. All right, Logan came back and brought his RX-7 rather than the Mustang. It's so cool to see the FBs just chilling. This thing is so clean. I love this car. I'm gonna do a bunch more photos of it. All right, so Zion showed up. The MR2's here. I'm gonna ride shotgun with him because him and Logan and a few other people are gonna go do some photos up in Blaine. So I'm just gonna ride shotgun, do some photos as well, because I don't really feel like driving the Miata right now. But yeah, I guess I'll just vlog this and see what happens. Alright, so we ended up down at the Blaine waterfront. Homeboy's getting some photos and we've got some of the cars lined up. I think we're just gonna kind of have a little shoot here. I'm probably gonna get a few photos and then we'll probably head back to the shop and I'll probably head home. So yeah, I'm gonna grab my giant ass NOS and yeah, just hang out for a bit. Alright, Jesse brought a Celica through. Join the photo shoot. Sweet. So now we got 4 cars. Hell yeah. Why?